Hey folks, Thomas here with Catfish DIY. Today I want to talk to you about, cleaning tanks that you got from Craigslist or a friend, family member, relative, whatever. Just a few simple things you want to do before you put fish in that tank or before you put any kind of live creature, crustacean, corals, plants. You want to make sure there's no disease or bacteria in this tank that you got from a friend or relative. Here, I want to tell you what I use. You guys have to do your own research. This is what I use, and it's always worked for me. So, with that being said, let's excuse me, quitting smoking. It's a big task, but anyways, let's get back to that. What I use is a bottle of white distilled vinegar. Get it at the dollar store, like $2 or $3 for big quart, 1 quart container. And what I like to do with it is I like to do with two things. I have two square bottles. I have one that is a 2-part vinegar, 1 part water. Mix in. This is what I use to clean the glass instead of like a wet paper towel. I don't like watermarks. And when you wipe it down with a wet towel or a wet paper towel and it dries, you still have the watermarks there. So with this actually busts down all the hard water calcium buildup. You can also use it to clean your glass hoods, and it doesn't hurt the fish at all. The other bottle I use is 100% straight vinegar, distilled vinegar. For when I scrub the tank, I scrub it with a plastic pot scrubby. Now what I do is when I first get this tank, let me flip it around here. When I first get this tank, I take what I do is I take a paper towel and I wipe down the whole tank, and then I wipe all the debris into one corner and vacuum it out. And when I do that, yeah, don't mind that. This is all getting replaced here with a new piece of trim from Over the Edge Aquatics. You can find them online at Over the Edge. They handle on all kinds of rim size tanks, and they are fairly reasonable priced. So I vacuum all this debris out, and then I get this pot scrubby. Hopefully this video works. I mean, I'm doing the best I can with what I have. So with this pot scrubby and that vinegar, that straight vinegar, I'll spray it on the tank. I'll work one panel at a time with this pot scrubby up and down. I'll go up and down and spray again. That vinegar kills all the bacteria, everything that's in here. I'll do this all the way around the tank, even up under the rim, the bottom plate. This tank was used for a bearded dragon, and I figure if I just clean the tank, since this is just a sump tank and it's getting ready to be built, I would just clean it, wash it off, clean it up. There's no checks. As soon as I get it cleaned up, I'm water testing it. I'll water test this. This is my kitten Patches in Mayhem. Patches follows me everywhere I go when I work on these tanks. She's not more than 2 feet from me, or most of the time she's on top of the tank. But almost all my tanks have hoods, so I don't mind that. She can't get to the fish, and the fish can't get her. But what I do is I scrub it all up, I clean it up, dry it out. I will fill it up and water test it for 1 week on this piece of cardboard. I will put another piece of cardboard over top with a weighted guard to keep little furry creatures out off the top so they don't take a 40-gallon plunge. See how they are. They wait there. But with that, once I clean that and I water test it, I will take 99% rubbing alcohol and rub the sides of the tank, rub these sides in this base with 99% rubbing alcohol. Cleans whatever that's on there. It cleans it completely off. With that being done, then you can lay out your sump design, and when you attach your glass with your silicone there, there's no kind of oils or dirt or buildup on that tank glass. So it makes a permanent hold on that. And that's what you want. Remember, you want to use 100% GE silicone 1 with no mold inhibitors. That could be very dangerous for your fish. Plus, you just built a whole sump using that, and you'd have to tear that all back out. That would be a pain. But this is what I've done. I did my research. I watched my videos. You know, do your research. The product that you're buying that you want to use, do your research on it. Check it out. Like the Krylon Fusion. The only Krylon Fusion paint for plastics. All in one. And it's got to say Krylon Fusion. That's the only safe aquarium paint on the market. Once it's completely dry, 24 hours. For me, I would go a little bit longer. I just want to be safe. But with that, use the directions of what I do. You should be fine. But just remember, do your research before you do anything. You know, this is what I use, and it works for me very well. Do your research. What may work for me may not work for you. But if you do your research, you should be good, 100% fine. Just remember, no mold inhibitors in that silicone. I am not going to show you how to clean a tank. There's no sense in making a video. I'll just go over what I do, what I use. So, you know, with that being said, the next video I show you will be laying out the sump, getting it ready for wall baffles, and we'll go from there. Until that time, see you again. And remember, tank on, people.